Surf's up at postercentral.com and its video blog. I'm Pete Howard. Thanks for coming by. This is a really cool 1962 paper concert poster. Not entirely a Beach Boys concert poster per se. It's a poster for the Surf Fair, the Los Angeles Surf Fair based in Santa Monica. And it is from 1962. I believe it's the earliest known concert poster to advertise the Beach Boys in concert that has a photograph of them. You can see that picture of them right there. See that? That's, of course, a very famous, well-used photograph of them, including David Marks holding the surfboard. But it does say on there, see the fabulous Beach Boys in person. And they played. This was a weekend event, a surf fair, and they played. I think they played 2 nights. They played both Thursday and Friday. So it's actually Thursday, the 27th of December, right after Christmas, and Friday, December 28th. So the Beach Boys are mentioned twice on the poster, which is pretty cool. It also says along the side there, Beach Boys, Capitol Records, in person Friday, right where my finger is. But interestingly, they did play both dates. They played Thursday and Friday. And they were sort of in the middle of a short California tour. They were obviously based in California, in Southern Cal, but did a lot of Sacramento gigging too and everything. But this is Santa Monica, of course, the beach area of Los Angeles, and not far from Hawthorne, where their house was. And December 17 through 31, they were doing this short California tour. And interestingly, on the Friday show, they did an early evening show here, and then the group jumped in, probably Woody, I don't know, maybe Murray's station wagon or whatever, their father manager, and drove 275 miles up to Merced, California, and did a late night show up in Merced. Boy, those were the early days of, just rock touring, bands, family affairs, small money, just naivete. I just love it. But that's why the Beach Boys are mentioned in 2 different places in California on the same date. Another strike toward naivete and innocence. The Beach Boys single at the time of this poster was 10 Little Indians. A cute but very forgettable, record in the Beach Boys canon, and it was lodged at number 50. It would only peak at number 49. So they had a long way to go, but I just love it when it's, they're just part of, if you look at this poster, it's so innocent of the age. It's got things like surf style contests and surfboard design contests and everything you can imagine. I like this complimentary student tickets available at A&W Root Beer and Foster Freeze. I mean, a couple of real fast food Southern California institutions. Just cute, really cool wording. See the Santa Monica Civic there plugged at the bottom. I think I did a top to bottom scan, I'm not sure. But, Los Angeles Surf Fair with all the artwork and everything. But, the Beach Boys basically were just doing this, and they were getting ready to explode in 1963, if you will, with Surfin' USA and Surfer Girl and In My Room. And interestingly, 5,000 miles away from California, there was another group of rock musicians who were toiling away at the Star Club in Hamburg, Germany, also about to explode in 1963. But back to California, here you have, December of '62. Let's jump ahead to a poster for the Beach Boys here from summer of 1963. Now this, of course, is a multi-act show. Obviously, I'd say it is. Look at the number of acts. It's crazy. There are so many on here. Show of Stars Spectacular. Look at all those people. The Los Angeles Sports Arena. Saturday night, August 31, 1963. A plain green cardboard poster made by Colby Poster Company. In fact, there's even the ticket stub on there for a nice bonus. But, I suppose, there's 21 acts on here, but historically, looking back now, decades later, it's really, I guess it's a Beach Boys and Marvin Gaye concert poster. Those are the 2 biggest names. You can see there's Marvin, where my finger is, of course. A little bit tough there. And, of course, the Beach Boys over here. Marvin Gaye was, he had already had 3 hit singles, which is pretty cool. And if I can find my note to see what those records were, Stubborn Kind of Fellow, Hitchhike, and Pride and Joy had all been, actually Pride and Joy had been top 10, the other 2. They had progressively done better. I think they were all top 40, and they all had Martha and the Vandellas on background vocals. But the Beach Boys, boy, a fun time in their career. Surfin' USA had been number 3 in the spring, And Surfer Girl was now number 13 on the charts, so in the national top 20 when this concert happened. And one thing that's really cool for Beach Boys fans and historians is that Brian Wilson was in and out of the concert lineup of the Beach Boys at this time, and he was definitely in for this show because the day before in Chicago, David Marks, in a peak of angry or attitude or whatever, had quit the band. He was, you know, they were in Chicago. Marks was playing, Brian wasn't, and Marks told Murray Wilson, the father manager, "I quit." Wilson said, "Fine, did you hear that, guys?" And so Brian reluctantly had to sort of join, you know, the band for their live shows. And of course, this was close to Hawthorne, so it was no inconvenience. So it's nice to have it as a you know, Brian Wilson playing Beach Boys concert poster. Then I could spend a half an hour talking about all the other acts. It's kind of crazy. I won't. But you know, there are the Orlons they got top billing. They had 3 top 5 smashes this year. See them right there with South Street, Don't Hang Up, and the Wah Watusi. And 2 of their members would leave in '64 the next year, so it's good to have something like that. You know, the Cookies had Chains, which the Beatles covered, and Wayne Newton, it's kind of funny, he's on here. He would become the most successful businessman, perhaps, of all these artists. He would go on to become sort of Mr. Las Vegas, if you will, later on. Little Eva had a big hit with The Locomotion, #1 hit, actually. Dee Dee Sharp had Mashed Potato Time at #2, and followed by 3 more, Dee Dee Sharp over here, 3 more big hits, including Gravy. Ugh, what a follow-up to Mashed Potato Time, right? The Righteous Brothers only had Little Latin Loop-de-Loop at this point at number 49, but boy, would they own 1965 and 1966. Darlene Love had taken, she's a real evergreen, she's a real still current name. She had taken the Crystals' He's a Rebel to #1 and had a very strong presence on Phil Spector's Christmas album, which is why she still appears to this day in the holidays on TV singing those songs. And interestingly, there's somebody on here called Andrea Carol. Talk about an obscure name. There she is, Andrea Carol. She's 16 years old, and she hit the top 50 with a record called It Hurts to Be 16. And then she was gone, never heard from again. So anyway, a lot of fun. I could just go on and on with trivia about all these acts, but these package shows were really a crack-up. So there you have it, though. The topic is the Beach Boys of this video blog, and a couple of, you can't really say pre-fame with this poster. I guess you can say pre-total headline status, because they were obviously just one of a number of acts on here. But I just love early concert posters before acts got really big. And there's a couple with the Beach Boys. So I hope you got a kick out of them. Surf's up. Thanks for stopping by. Grab your board. And this is a 14 by 22 board, by the way, cardboard, from, once again, oh, this is Woolover Press in Los Angeles that printed this poster. So thanks for coming by. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.